One game. I understand how I got where I am. I was thinking of a man who said, he isn't owed anything for getting his son to the NBA. When it hit me, my eyes filled with tears. I then came to understand that when my coach told, my dad that he had a special son that could do big things with football, my coach might as well have been speaking in another language, like German or Chinese or something. Because, like me, my dad had never been to an NFL game. When I finally attended a 49er game for the first time, I sat down and looked around, and I instantly knew that my life would have been different if I had been to just one game as a child. So again, it hit me, later, that my dad, Herman Sr., probably had never been to an NFL game to understand what my coach was telling him. I would have not allowed a man who was my pastor talk me out of playing football, baseball, or basketball my senior year of high school. I would have had more of a reason to do better in school, period. Date the right girl and get to class on time. Something as simple as taking your son to a game can be enough. I know if I had been to a Niner game, it would have done it for me. Now, does that mean your kid owes you something, in a monetary form? Maybe not. If you have resources, especially some of you have resources for a small army to speak and do what you want and please. I bet your kid would have respect and honor if and give you things if you needed them, but obviously you don't. So saying that you don't need them or they shouldn't owe you, they don't owe anything, is easy to say when you have all the resources you need to walk around with a small army to say what you want to say to some of the biggest gang members in any city you go to. I'm not saying them now. I'm just saying you speaking up on a kid not because that's all I'm gonna leave it there. All right. I'd also bet that a respectful and thankful kid would show and be honorable, willing to help a dad out if he needed it. That's all I'm saying. Any monetary thing to survive would help that the son that if his dad needed those things, I believe a son who is now in the NFL, NBA, or any other league, if his dad helped him get there, he would help that dad. And I'm sure that dad would have a different take on it if he had needs and didn't, like I said, have all the resources to do and say as he pleases. One game for me. Any one of the teachers, preachers, coaches, parents who saw that I was blessed to do on a football field or basketball field. Some of y'all know I played against Barry Bonds in an all-star game, and can you guess who hit the home run? Or me scoring 5 touchdowns in 6 plays. Yeah, that's a blessing that should have been pursued. Or the guy in Milpitas who told me he never seen a kid my age play basketball like that. If any one of them take me to an NFL game, my life, my dad, my mother's lives are all changed. So men, if you have a kid showing any real talent, or if you just wish to inspire them, take your kid to a pro event. Go to the sporting event your kid shows interest in. I would recommend an NFL game because there's nothing like an NFL game. If you want to see what pro sports are, you go to an NFL game. It might not lead them to getting into the pros, but I can't think of a better carrot to give them. I bet the journey they take will have a drive that only knowing what the stakes can be. Like I told you before, I'm from the hood. And this is something you have to chalk up from being from the hood. Simple things this simple. It could have changed my life. Going to one game. Take your kid to an NFL game. All I got to say. Tell me what you think. Like, comment, share, follow or subscribe. Thank you for your time.